As a reminder, this is the LifeOS framework. It is about vision and action. Vision is the direction that you are going, and action is actually doing stuff to get there. We've got Life Compass, which we did last week. We've got Future Sketch, which we're just about to do. And we have Quarterly Quests, which we're going to be talking about next week. With an action, we've got Focused Hours that we did last week, Productive Days that we've just covered, and Balanced Weeks that we're going to do next week. So again, with all of this, week 2, we are doing Future Sketch and Productive Days, and we have done Productive Days just now, hence why there's a little tick by it, and we are now doing the Future Sketch. Dream divergently to create a medium-term vision. The idea is that last week we talked about the Life Compass, which is where you're thinking really, really big. You're thinking like, what do I want written on my gravestone? What do I want people to say at my funeral? What would my obituary say? What would I give a future TED talk about? Like, what does success really mean to me in the grand scheme of things? That's like very, very, very long-term questions. And then today we are bringing it down with the Future Sketch to roughly the 3-year time horizon. And that is what we call the Future Sketch. We have a template for this, and it is in fact an update of the Life Compass template because we're doing it in the same document. Now there's a nice quote from Jim Rohn here. For your dreams to greatly influence you in the future to pull you, your future must be well planned. There are 2 ways to face the future. One is with apprehension, the other with anticipation. Many people face the future with apprehension. Why? They don't have it well designed, and without really thinking about it, they have probably bought someone else's view of how to live. What we're trying to do with the Life Compass and with the Future Sketch in particular is we are trying to create our own way to live. We're trying to create our own map for like, all right, roughly where do I think I want to be going in the course of my life? Obviously, we cannot be attached to this plan. And there's all these quotes like, no plan survives first contact with the enemy. Everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the face. Anything could happen. You know, I've got all these plans for like, oh man, you know, I'd love my obituary 20 years from now, 30 years from now to say blah, 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 blah. I'd love to give a TED talk in 40 years time about how to become enlightened. Yeah, you know, I've got my 3-year vision. I could get hit by a bus tomorrow. We never know what's going to happen. We never know when life is going to punch us in the face. But at least until it does, we can have a reasonable plan of like, okay, this is roughly the direction I want to go in. And I'm not going to be attached to that direction, but hey, I'm going to go in that direction anyway because I feel like at my current snapshot of time right now, that is where I want to be going. And this is what these different prompts are trying to get at. So we've got 4 aspects of this. Alternative paths. I periodically write out alternative paths my life could take so I remain open to possibilities and avoid getting stuck in a single narrative. We've got the 3-year dream. I visualized and written down what my dream life looks like 3 years from now in the areas of self, relationships, and work. We've got the vision board. I've created and maintain a vision board with inspiring images, quotes, and/or symbols that represent my dream life, helping me stay motivated and aligned with my goals. And future calendar. I've visualized and written down what my ideal Tuesday and Sunday look like 3 years from now, including specific routines, activities, and experiences that align with my vision. This is the stuff that we're going to go over in today's session. We probably want to have time to do all of these 4 prompts in depth, but they're all in the template, and there's the stuff that we don't have a chance to do. In particular, I think vision board will be your homework to go for. Cool. So why are we bothering planning for the next 3 years? Well, firstly, a 3-year time horizon offers room for growth while remaining realistic. 3 years is nice. Like, it's very difficult to visualize 10 years out because who knows what the world and what our lives are going to look like 10 years from now. But like, you can probably imagine, you know, 3 years from now, what could change about your life? What might change about your life? Like, it's a little bit easier to visualize than 5 years and 10 years. And so 3 years is for me kind of like the upper limit of how far most people can feasibly foresee their life before like stuff really starts to change. 3 years, I also think is the ideal bridge between your life compass, where we're talking super, super, super long term, and your short-term goals and quarterly quests, which we're going to be talking about next week. Having a clear destination, or at least some sort of destination, for where you want to get to 3 years from now helps keep you inspired and focused. And then finally, knowing what matters most to you in the medium term, i.e. 3 years from now, can offer clarity on what you need to prioritize now. Again, the point of all of this stuff is for us to figure out our direction. What goals should I set for myself today with a sense of where I want to be 3 years from now and what I would like my value and what my values have emerged as once I've done my life compass exercises and all of that jazz.